everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm answering your questions. Last week I posted a picture on Instagram doing a call for questions, and so I wrote them all down and I'm going to answer them in this video. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up before you leave. All of these questions are completely random. Some of them have to do with budgeting, YouTube, all over the place. So let's go ahead and get started. The first question I had was, when do you find time to plan? I'm assuming this has to do with Plan With Me's. I'm not 100% sure, but I plan on Wednesdays the week before because that is when I film. So if I'm filming a Plan With Me, that's when I do it. If not, I'll do it like on a Sunday afternoon while we're watching football or something like that. It doesn't have to be super long. It doesn't have to take forever to plan at all. If you're talking about meal planning, then I meal plan right before we go to the grocery store. I kind of look through the refrigerator and see what we have and all that kind of fun stuff. I go from there. I had another question that said, how long does it take you to do a month planner with all stickers? I'm not 100% sure what that means, but if I'm doing a monthly spread, does not take long at all. It takes like less than 15 minutes, maybe like 12 minutes or so to do a monthly kit. My next question is, do we have any vacation plans this year, and if so, where are we going? So we are actually planning on going to Chicago, probably beginning of summer, late May, early June. We'll see. We have friends there, and that's who we went and saw get married last October, and so now we're going there to actually visit them and see them. And so that's going to be sometime between that area of time. We're just going to have to see with my husband's schedule and with their schedules what we can figure out. But we are going to go to Chicago. I'm making it happen this year. I've been saying that forever that we're going, and we are going to go this year. We would also like to take another fall vacation like we did last October or November. We went to New England for a week. We would like to do something similar again. Not going to New England, going someplace different. My husband has his heart set on Wyoming. He wants to go to the Grand Tetons, and I think like Yellowstone's up there, or there's a park up there, I can't remember right now, but that's where he wants to go. I don't know if it's gonna be too cold then, so if any of you guys know anything about that, please put that in the comments down below. But that's what he would like to do. We just have so many places we want to go and see and do that I'm just not sure if we want to spend a whole week there or what we want to do. But that is what we're talking about right now. We don't have anything set in stone at all. I potentially may be having a cousin getting married in San Francisco later this year. Don't know if that's going to happen or not. So we have that. I don't know. We're all over the place. We have nothing planned as of yet. Okay, and the next question is, how do we plan our budget for vacations? Do we budget for food, and like what all do we budget for? So when we went to New England, we didn't really have a budget for flights and stuff just because, I just didn't know how much it was going to cost. We kind of figured an average about what we could get, but we tried to get as cheap as we could. We flew Southwest, so because we were going to be gone for so long, we ended up being gone for like 9 or 10 days, that we were going to have a huge suitcase. We're going to have 2 of them just because we were going to be in a wedding also on top of our vacation. So we're just going to need a lot of stuff. And so we did fly Southwest so that we wouldn't have to pay for suitcases, which is great. You don't have to pay for luggage. I loved Southwest, and we had all direct flights, which is another thing I really wanted to do. But for flights, we don't really set a budget. We just kind of find out kind of what the average is going to be and just assume that's what it's going to be, and that's what we budget for that. For rental cars, for food and all that kind of stuff, rental car is very similar. You just get on and it tells you how much it's going to be. So that's what we just add that to our cost. So I do all this before I buy. I just kind of keep like a piece of paper basically and write down what each thing is. For food, when we were on vacation in New England, I averaged us to be about $100 a day food-wise, just because I didn't know how expensive places were going to be. And since I'm gluten-free, it makes it way more expensive. Like, gluten-free options are so ridiculously expensive that I just didn't know. So that's why I did $100, because we were planning on finding a grocery store wherever we were. So in Maine, when we were up there, we found a grocery store and we went and got groceries for like breakfast and some lunch stuff. So that really helped keep our costs down. And then for dinner, we go somewhere and we try not to get the most expensive thing, but a lot of these places are known for their food. Like New England's known for their lobster, like Maine lobster. So of course, like my husband's gonna order a lobster, like I want him to be able to get that up there, you know? So you kind of have to just figure out where you want to spend your money on your vacations. Do you want to spend it on experiences? Do you want to spend it on trying different foods? Do you want to spend it on souvenirs? Do you want to spend it on staying in nice places? What do you want to do? And so ours is food and experiences. So we budgeted for him to have more expensive meals. And so, yeah, so we do about $100 a day. That's about average for all of our vacations. That's about what we average per day just for food. We also like to get drinks sometimes. Like my husband will get a beer or something. So that's also why that is a little bit higher, because that includes like alcoholic drinks, like a beer or something. What else would we budget for? So for like housing or lodging, we usually go through Airbnb, so I can kind of pick what I want on there. I find places that I'm interested in and just kind of add that to the budget, because it will tell you almost immediately what that price will be. What else? For like souvenirs and stuff, I don't think I budgeted too much for that, because we're not big souvenir people. Like we don't buy shirts and all that. The only thing we get is a mug. We have a mug from every place that we've been, and those things run like $10-12. So I think I budgeted like $50 to $100 for souvenirs for up there, just because my parents were also watching our animals, so I wanted to get them something. So we ended up getting them some like real maple syrup from Vermont, which was fantastic. It was amazing. That was really expensive, so I kind of used that up, and then our mug and whatever. What else? So like entertainment, yeah. So we just kind of get on Groupon, see if there's anything on there, and then also you can just kind of Google what is there to do in Vermont, and it just kind of brings it all up, and then you can just kind of get prices from there and figure out what you want to do and just add that into your budget. You add it up, and that's what your budget is for the trip, or that's your estimate about cost, or that's your estimated cost for your trip. And then when I'm actually on vacation, so throughout our entire trip, I would keep track. Like I have a little tiny notebook, it's like this big. I would keep track of whenever we spend money, so I can make sure we're on track for what we're spending and that we don't go over budget. I get on our bank account and just make sure I have everything down. So that's what we do for vacations. I've thought about doing a video more thoroughly on that, so if you're interested, write that in the comments down below. Okay, when we were paying off debt, did we put any money into savings? The answer to that is no, I don't think we did. It's been a while now, so I'm trying to remember. We had our $1,000 emergency fund plus some, just because I've talked about this in videos past. I have a lot of medical stuff going on, and so you just never know. Blood work is very expensive, and I ended up having, well, that's when I found out I had celiac disease. I ended up having to have an endoscopy and anesthesia and all that, and it's very expensive, so it's a good thing we had that. So my emergency fund was not $1,000. It was actually more than that, but once I had the amount in there that I wanted, I didn't put any more into it. Everything else went into debt. How do we stay motivated for a long-term big savings? So this person was talking about like a house or a car. And I honestly stay motivated by watching the numbers go up. Like I love seeing money in my bank account. It is so motivating to me, because I'm like, oh, we're only X amount away from this dollar amount. Oh, and then we're only this far from this amount. And so it just like motivates me to keep adding money to it. We do not need a car. We do not need a house right now. So while we do have a car fund and a house fund, I am not throwing money into those accounts right now. I'm throwing money into our actual emergency fund. That's going to be $10,000. So that's where a chunk of our money is going. I am putting money into our other accounts as well. They're just not going way up like my other accounts are. But yeah, I stay motivated by having a goal for that account and then watching it grow. That's how I stay motivated. Did we ever consider loan consolidation? No, we never ever were going to do that. I had a lot of sales calls of people wanting me to do that, and I was just like, no, like I'm just pay this off on my own. I didn't ever look into it, so I don't know anything about it, honestly. So that's why I never did it. I didn't know if it was good or bad, so I just never did it. And we didn't have a ton of loans. I had 2 student loans and a car loan, so just, I don't know. I didn't know, so I said no. When I don't know about something, I just don't do it. So the last question I have is best advice for starting a YouTube channel. So when I started my YouTube channel, I never in a million years thought that I would be up to 10,000 subscribers ever. I know that's still not a ton, but it's quite a bit. If you have a YouTube channel, you know how hard it is to get subscribers and get views and stuff. And so when I started my YouTube channel, I really was just starting a channel just to kind of talk about our journey. And it's kind of like it's like a home video for me to kind of go back and see like where we were 2 years ago, what we were saying, what we were thinking, and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's why I started it, and then it just kind of grew from there. I ended up loving it. I love talking to you guys. I've had so much great feedback from you guys saying that I've been an inspiration and I keep you motivated and you're getting out of debt because of videos that you've seen, and I just love that so much, and I love helping people. And I feel like this is just like my area of expertise because I am an accountant. That's what my degree is in. And so I just love teaching people about this because so many people are just in this deep hole and they don't know how to get out, and they don't understand that it's really not that difficult if you can get a budget and just stick to it. You can get out. And so I've just loved like being able to show you guys that you have lights at the end of your tunnels. So this just really blossomed from there. But best advice would probably be, so cliche, but like be yourself and upload consistently. I was not doing that for a while, and I think once I started doing more consistently is when things started really growing. Do a lot of tag videos, do a lot of collaboration videos. I think it really hit it big. I did a collaboration. It was not too long after I started doing YouTube with the former Mrs. Jones. It was her collaboration, and it was called Dave Ramsey Ruined My Life. And we were supposed to talk about how he's ruined our lives, but not how people think. And so I don't know what happened, but I mean, I was a very small channel at this point. I mean, like, I don't even know if I had 1,000 subscribers. I mean, I think I was like in the hundreds. And that video, I don't know, exploded, you guys. Like, I have like 300,000 views or something ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I have so many views on that video, and I got a ton of subscribers from that video. Like, I was so new that I still had notifications on, so I got emailed every time I got a new subscriber, and my phone was blowing up that day. It was like, ding, 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 ding. I don't know. Like, I have no idea what happened, because I know the former Mrs. Jones, her video got a lot of views as well, and a lot of the other videos got a lot of views. But for some reason, mine got like a ridiculous amount of views, and it's not like I didn't do anything. So really, your YouTube channel could just like explode for no reason. I don't know the logic behind it at all, but that's how I got a lot of subscribers and a lot of views, because that video just exploded. But that was a collaboration video. I never would have posted that on my own. So definitely recommend doing those kind of videos, because other people are going to be talking about your channel, and then people are going to go to that channel. So I hope that helped. If y'all have any more questions or anything, please leave them in the comments down below. I had a lot of people say in my survey that they wanted more Q&As. They wanted to get to know me better. So ask me questions. I'm an open book. I would love to tell y'all about myself. And yeah, I love doing this kind of stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.